Welcome back. You're watching CNN News 18 with me, Griha. We've got some important breaking news at the moment. The Wrestling Federation of India chief, Brij Bhushan Sharan, has moved Delhi High Court against the sexual harassment allegations that have been leveled against him by various wrestlers that have been spearheaded by Sakshi Malik and also Bajrang Punia, among others. And now we are told that Brij Bhushan Sharan has in fact moved the Delhi High Court over this. Remember, there has been a growing demand asking for his ouster, his removal as the chief of the WFI. He, in fact, has maintained his stand. He has said that he's shocked over the sexual harassment allegations that have been leveled against him. Nothing of that sort is true. And all of this, of course, is something that he's taking to the court, sticking to his argument that he wants to be vindicated in this big fight between the wrestlers and the WFI president. That, of course, wrestlers right now claiming that they want his removal, his ouster. Taking this across to my colleague Ananya, who's brought us this exclusive piece of breaking news info. Ananya, the fact that Brij Bhushan Sharan has now moved Delhi High Court, what are the arguments that he's taking to the court?
Well, he has said that, in fact, media has transformed itself into a adalat or public court. In fact, he's also leveled allegations against the sportsperson who are, he says, are trying to get their own benefits out of this whole controversy. That through this petition, the petitioners asked from his honorable court to whether the police, courts and administrative officers shot down for the respondent person who used to came on publicly and take the laws in their hands and constitutes Janta Adalat for getting justice, whether it is true to malign petitioner's image by aligning of civil disputes by terming it as a sexual harassment merely to create on the petitioner to resign from the post of WFI president, whether it is true to do the same by posting on public platform news channels and across the world instead of approaching the legal method and appropriate forums for their grievance. So basically what he's trying to say is that the petitioner, the respondents, which includes the sports persons, have knocked the doors of the media instead of the law. They have taken the law in their hands and have not approached the proper legal forum if they wanted to get certain kind of relief, or they had certain kind of a grievance with regards to this. He has knocked the court under the criminal procedure, seeking registration of a FIR against the respondent number 228 for committing extortion and blackmailing to the petitioner by alleging sexual assault on him. So basically, he has filed an extortion case against all of these people. He wants an FIR to be registered under 156.3 of the criminal procedure code. And definitely this debate has come to the court now, and as we were
Ananya, I'm really sorry I'm interrupting you. We are joined by Brij Bhushan Sharan's lawyer on the broadcast. All right, I think we have lost that link. Ananya, if you are still with me, there was an allegation that was being made by the WFI president against the wrestlers who in fact had leveled these allegations against him, that these players, because they have now played the Olympics, they do not want to play nationals, and hence they are cooking up this entire controversy, which is to do with sexual allegation and, among other things, this entire thing that there is no law in place when it comes to dealing with various players. How much of that also is going to be spoken of in the court?
Well, we have to see as to how this actually pans out before the court of law, and we'll have to wait and watch as to how things actually go on in this particular case, because remember that this is something that is very, very persistent, and it has been stated clearly that Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharan has been defamed in the media over the allegations of sexual assault by these Olympic players, and he has sought an extortion case against them before the Delhi High Court. In this particular case, we'll have to see as to how things pan out before the court of law when this matter reaches the High Court.
The fact that he's also been asked to step aside by the Indian Olympic Association, how much of that will be a deterrent in his plea, Ananya?
Well, this is all a matter of time, Griha, and we'll have to wait and watch before the court proceedings before we say anything on this. This is the particular petition that he has filed and has clearly stated that it is extortion being done on him. And, this whole matter has gained popularity for a very long time. It was in the news for quite some days. In fact, taking cognizance of the protest staged by the wrestlers, including Olympic Association, CAG, medalist Delhi today, and a press conference, he also talks about how the center has intervened into the matter and has come across with regards to, in fact, speaking to the players also with regards to this. He has also alleged that there is an influence of media on the witnesses in this case, influence on the media by the accused in this case. The direct registration of FIR against responsible number 2 for abusing the process of law by putting the WFI president under extortion for making him resign.
All right.
What the petition says.
Okay, Ananya, thank you so much for that. Taking this across to Pranshu as well. Pranshu, there was an independent probe that is currently still on. The sports minister, Anurag Thakur, had in fact assembled in front of the media with the rest of the protesting wrestlers, and he had mentioned that this investigation is expected to go on for 4 weeks. Until the allegations are complete and they are actually proven, he was asked to step down. Now he has taken matters to the court. How are things looking like, and what is happening about the probe against the WFI president?
Yes, that's right. In fact, this comes in as a very surprise move. But I really feel that what Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh probably has in mind is that this probe committee, whether or not it actually comes out with the truth. See, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, I've confronted him on more than 2 occasions and had some off-camera conversations also. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is of the view that all these allegations are baseless and they can never be proven as far as in terms of evidence is concerned. The fact that so far no evidence in terms of WhatsApp text chats or any screenshot or any video has come forward, that I think has further emboldened Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh that all these allegations will not be able to withstand the judicial scrutiny. And and the reason I think why he has gone to the court now is that in case if he's fearing something that that the inquiry committee may be taking a stern view against him, it's better to drag this battle into the courts, and therefore now it will be the courts that will be seeing to it. So Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh clearly making a surprise move, and I think this move will also not be very conducive, will not be very satisfying for the union government itself. How is the government and his own party going to respond to this brazen defiance by Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh? That needs to be seen. But it clearly seems to be a brazen move, a move of defiance on the part of the BJP MP who has not waited for the inquiry committee to actually start taking testimonies or statements from the victims as well as the accused in this case. And even before that, he has gone to the court. So I clearly feel that it is a move that shows that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is not relying much on the proceedings of the inquiry committee, and he wants to take his own course.
All right, my colleague Poonam is going to be taking the broadcast forward.
That Brij Bhushan Sharan will step aside as the Wrestling Federation president, but Brij Bhushan Sharan has now sought the aid of the High Court, where he's moved that application. My colleague Anjali now joining us with that petition that the WFI boss has filed in the High Court. Yes, Anjali.
Yeah, so Poonam, there has been a massive development in this ongoing controversy between the wrestlers and the Wrestling Federation of India, and now WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has moved to HC, and in the plea, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has claimed that there has been no incident of sexual harassment. If such a thing has happened, then he will hang himself. So a big statement coming from Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who is the WFI chief and against whom the wrestlers had put massive allegations. Now Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has said that there has been no incident of sexual harassment, and if the allegations come out to be true, then he will hang himself. In the plea, he has said that through this petition, the petitioners asks from the Honorable Court that whether the police, courts and administrative offices shut down for the respondent persons who used to come on publicly and take the laws in their hands and constitute Janta Adalat for getting justice. Whether it is true to malign petitioner image by alleging of civil disputes by terming it as a sexual harassment merely to create pressure on the petitioner to resign from the post of WFI president, whether it is true to do the same by posting on public platforms, news channels and across the world instead of approaching the legal method and appropriate forum for their grievance. So clearly in this plea, the plea states that they did not go for the legal ways to convey their problems, and they did not put forward anything on the legal platforms. Instead, they chose to sit on dharnas and, as they mentioned, to make Janta Adalats instead of going fighting it the legal way. And now this big statement also being coming from WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, in which he's clearly rubbishing all the claims and allegations put by the top wrestlers of India, and he's saying that if the survey committee finds that the allegations are true, he will hang himself. Back to you, Poonam.